Plaintiff Ashley French was married to the defendant, and she claims 2 weeks before she gave birth to their second child, she discovered he was cheating. Ashley claims after the baby was born, the defendant began physically abusing her, which left her with a permanent scar. She's suing her ex for daycare expenses. Defendant Mike Strong admits that he cheated on Ashley, but insists it was only to get revenge after she confessed to being unfaithful. Mike says the physical abuse in their relationship was a two-way street, and he denies owing Ashley because she brainwashed their children and turned them against him.
All right, tell me what's happening.
All right, well, we were high school sweethearts. We were together for a long time. Right after high school, we got married, and then we had our first child on the way. And then after that, then the cheating started. I didn't find out this until 2 years later, and I was pregnant with our second child.
How'd you find out?
He eventually told me. I basically found out he was cheating 2 weeks before I had our second child. I had to drive myself to the hospital because him and my first child was out of town. It put me in distress, so I delivered our baby sooner than what we were supposed to. Thank God she was healthy and she was fine.
Good.
And then after that, then the abuse started happening really bad, verbally, physically, and emotionally. Anything I did, it wasn't right.
How long ago was this?
2006. And she was born in July.
He was physically abusing you? How often?
A lot. I had neighbors complain about it.
Every week, every month, every 2 months?
At least once a week.
Okay. Wow.
At least once a week.
Did you call the police on it, have her arrested?
No, I didn't, because my kids saw enough and I didn't want them to be exposed to even more. Seeing like
Your
the cops
kids
being
saw
there.
what?
My kids were always around when this happened.
That's more of a reason to have him locked up, so that
Right.
he learns a lesson.
But I was scared that it would happen worse if I did that. That's why I just kept it in.
Okay. So it got better?
No, it got worse.
That's what I'm saying. Once you see it didn't get better,
Right.
then you should have certainly gone to the police. Nonetheless, go ahead.
One episode was I was getting ready to go to Walmart and buy diapers for our daughter, and I bent over and I got hit by a 10-pound dumbbell. I've got a scar on my forehead. He hit me, and then after that, I had
He
enough.
hit you and caused the scar?
Not right here. I had a horrible car accident, but I have a scar right here where I've been hit by a 10-pound dumbbell.
Plaintiff Ashley French was married to the defendant, and she claims he physically abused her during their marriage and left her with a permanent scar.
Sir, what do you want to tell me about this physical abuse? She says you were abusing her
Your Honor,
every
this
week.
is incorrect. First, to start off with, the cheating was on her behalf first. I was
No, it
living
wasn't.
in.
Ma'am, let him speak.
I
He
was
didn't say
living
a
with
word.
my witness, is my stepdad, Oscar, and my mother. I got a call from my best friend that found out she was cheating on me while I lived there, and we was engaged. I put a ring on her finger when I was a senior in high school. She committed to me. I got the call, she cheated on me, so immediately I just, had.
How'd you know it was true?
Well, because she did tell me.
He lived 2 hours
did
away.
tell you?
I did not.
Don't want to
You
be.
saying she admitted it?
Yes, and I don't want to get too personal, but I knew it in the bedroom. And that's how I knew. And then she admitted that she did cheated on me. So my cheating was correct, but it was in revenge, and it's no
Ma'am,
excuse.
You admitted to him the cheating?
Sure didn't.
Okay. All right.
And so
Well, let's
the
talk about the
abuse
abuse.
is incorrect also. The abuse is 50-50. We both did it to each other on an equal standpoint because of the fighting of the grudgeful of the cheating. The dumbbell
She would
situation.
physically assault you?
She punched me in the eye with her ring. I had marks.
Initiated.
And yes, there was a lot of this. And the dumbbell situation, sir, is very incorrect. I was in the bathroom working out. Matter of fact, I was doing my shoulder workouts like this. She's vacuuming in the hallway.
No, I was
And she had bent down the same time when I did that and accidentally hit her in the head.
You all physically fought every week?
Not every week,
That's
sir.
what she says.
Well, that's incorrect.
It was always something. If it was.
You never initiated?
Well, it was both neutral, but I mean,
it was
if,
Okay, well, that's
50-50.
not the way you painted it, ma'am. That's not the way you painted it. You painted it as if he was a super duper abuser physically, and then when he says it was mutual, then you have to admit it was
I couldn't
mutual.
even go to the store.
Ma'am, you admitted it was mutual. You would assault him too. You just admitted it. Let's start with the daycare. What are you suing him for?
Yeah, I had daycare right here. Came out to $1,933.
You all divorced, right? Mm-hmm. Was
Divorced.
he ordered to pay in
Yes,
the divorce
through
decree?
the divorce.
Let's start with that. Doyle, let me see.
Right here. He was supposed to not claim the kids and on income tax, and then if he claimed the kids on income tax, then he was supposed to help with child care. Well, here is his and my income tax paper showing that
Where
he
you
did
getting
claim.
that from? I don't see that.
It says if he claims the kids on income tax check or on his income tax, then he was not, or he was supposed to.
Read that to me.
Okay.
If he claims the kids on his income tax, that's the sentence I really want to hear.
Basically, it just says the
No,
wife
no,
should
no,
claim
basically.
every child.
You said it said that.
Okay.
And I see exactly what it says. It says no such thing, and it doesn't even mean that. Go ahead, though. You read it and tell me what you think it means.
The purpose of the federal and state income tax, the wife shall claim both children every year as a dependent. And considering the wife claiming both children as an independent, the husband shall not pay child care expenses while the children are in his custody. Care. Basically, he never has the children. I have them all the time.
Let's go with what the judge says.
So it says the wife shall claim
Did
both.
you claim them?
No.
Well, that's what it says. It orders you to claim them. Do you see something different?
No. I guess I was just trying to be nice and let him claim it, and I thought he was going to help
Be
me with
nice.
child care.
How are you being nice today by suing him for $4,000?
Can I addition, Your Honor? And this needs to be known. For the last 2 years, I've not got to see my children. I've got to see them 3 times in the last 2 years.
Why?
Because I got my work cut because of economy. And child support or no child support pay, I get my children every other
Yeah,
weekend.
that's the law. What is it? You
I have not
losing?
gotten my kids. She's held them from me. She's had my kids turn on me, use them as leverage. My daughter, my 9-year-old, a month ago, got on the phone. This is the exact words I quote. You know what? I hate you. Don't ever talk to me again. I never want to see you again. Click.
Where do you think that's coming from?
Comes from the mother that she denies, said that it's her that's saying it, not her that put it in her mouth. My children don't want nothing to do with me.
Plaintiff Ashley French was married to the defendant, and she claims he physically abused her during their marriage and left her with a permanent scar.
Give me an example of when she prohibited you from seeing your children.
All the time. I want to see
Give
them.
me one example.
I had them January 17th of this year, and I hadn't seen them for 5 months prior to that.
But how's that my fault?
And my daughter says to me, no, it ain't, hi, Daddy. It's great to see you. I ain't seen you in a long time. You know what my 9-year-old says to me? Daddy, why don't you love us or take care of us? Mommy wants to know why, and I want to know why you don't love me. Your Honor, I am a very loving father, and I take care of my kids the best that I can. I don't have the education to further my
have you
skills.
ever denied him access?
He can drive down to Carmi, which is 2
That's not
hours
in the
away, and
divorce.
see the children.
Ma'am,
but-
once again, would you answer my question?
Yes.
Have you ever denied him access to the children?
No, never withheld them.
That's
no.
incorrect.
That's why I asked you
It's
for an
incorrect.
example, sir.
Christmas, I was out of town working, and I paid probably almost $4,000 in 4 months because I was in New Mexico, Farmington, and I was working power plant work. I missed Christmas. I missed New Year's. I missed like 3
Tell
different
me
things.
how she denied
So I come
you.
home
Go ahead.
and I had no work. And I said, I want my kids for the next 3 months, money or no money. She refused because I wasn't employed.
This
I wasn't
is on
working.
Christmas Day.
No, this was when I got back from working. I was out of town.
Give me a specific scenario of what happened.
I got them one time, and then after that, with no work, she denied my kids because there was no
Give
employment.
me one incident of denial.
I threatened her with the sheriff coming to the household
That's
to
enough,
get
sir.
them.
You haven't been able to give me an incident. Ma'am, I'm not going to grant your judgment. You've misinterpreted this order. It doesn't say any of what you thought it
So
says.
what about with him being behind on
You didn't sue
child-
him for that.
What about
You-
pain and suffering?
Pain and suffering for what?
For emotional distress?
For what?
For abusive,
Abusive
mentally,
to who?
physically. That's why I had to leave.
You're
I called-
divorced now.
Yeah, but not
You're
at
going
that
to sue him
time.
for something that happened when you were married?
Yeah.
No. Case dismissed. Have a good day.
I'd like my relationship back. My children is very important to me. The most important thing in this world, actually.
Did your roommate leave without notice before your lease expired, and now you don't know what to do about it? Ask me about it on my website, askjudgemathis.com.